who speak Chinese. Magandang umaga for those Filipinos who are listening to us this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Thank you so much for the introduction, um, Mr. Nam. Okay, let me share my screen very briefly. I just want to make sure that you're seeing my screen. Please give me a thumbs up if you see my screen clearly. Okay, very good. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up. All right. Okay, so I'd like to formally welcome everyone. We have audience from all over the world. Thank you so much for giving time to listen to our Zoom meet this morning. I call it Zoomaderm, all right? Because it sounds like Somaderm. So I call it Zoomaderm, okay? So I've coined a new word this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Randy. Professionally, I used to teach in China for 7 long years. Yes, I was a language professor in a university somewhere in southwestern China. The name of the city is Chongqing. I'm a Filipino who lived in America as well and currently in Manila, Philippines. Thank you so much for joining us. Just to give you a little background about New You Life, that's the name of our company. So when people ask us, what is New You Life? So basically, New You Life is your hormone health company. So currently, we are leading in hormone support and transformative wellness products. We have around 10 of those. And our signature product, of course, is Somaderm. We were pre-launched in California in 2017 and officially launched in Dallas, Texas in 2019. Our headquarters in Lehi, Utah. And in just 7 long years, in just 7 short years, actually, this is New You Life is basically still a baby company compared to other companies who've been existing for like decades. So New You Life, in just 7 years, we it has created over exactly 83 millionaires, and most of them are based in the United States. So this is our mission and vision. New You Life empowers to empower individuals to achieve hormone and lasting health. And for, by the way, achieve hormone health and lasting health, vision is be the global leader in hormone health and wellness. And of course, our values as a company, one family, loyalty in action, own it, think global, act local, and doing things right. Here's our CEO and the master formulator, a herbalist, a certified herbalist of over 600 products in the market, specifically in the US. Yeah, that's Alexi Goldstein. He has helped millions of people already achieve better health. And in just 2 years of New You Life, starting from 2018, we were ranked first across the world. Basically, there are, just to give you a little background, there are about 1,200 multi-level marketing and direct selling companies in the United States. That's 1,200, and among all those, we became the first fastest growing company after 2 years. And in just 5 years, New You Life was able to sell specifically the product Somaderm, our first 1 billion US dollar sale in the middle of the pandemic from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, up to 2024. And in just 5 years, New You Life was able to create 23 millionaires. And of course, the last photo that you see on your screen, and that could be you, all right, for joining New You Life. And because of such growth, we were able to expand in 16 territories and still expanding And this is the brief e-commerce business snapshot of New You Life from 2018. Now that it's 2025, we're looking forward to officially opening new markets in Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. This is what we do. And our family across the globe from Korea, Malaysia, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, Hong Kong, and one of the biggest groups now is Japan. And currently where I'm at, the Philippines. So every single month, we meet in a hotel, Crown Plaza. Just like this afternoon, a few hours from now, 10 hours from now, we'll be meeting again for our October sizzle. And we do everyday home demo, community demo. We visit community senior citizens, and we do regular Zoom meeting just like today, making sure that we keep the growth of our company and we keep on sharing the goodness of our hormonal products. Let me jump in immediately to our products. So doctors say that hormones have big effect on your health. Just to give you a little background about hormones, these are chemicals. They are molecules. So meaning if they are chemicals, chemical communicators, and they are in a form of molecules, they all pass through our bloodstream, from biggest veins to the smallest capillaries. And since they are communicators, they also communicate to each other. Around 50 types of hormones. Actually, there are about 50 kinds of hormones subdivided into three types. They are coming from our glands and tissues of our bodies. And most of them, like coming from our pituitary gland, our thyroid glands, adrenal glands on top of our kidneys, and from our tissues. So hormones are very important, and doctors say that they have big effect on our health. Let's prove if hormones really have big effect on your health. Nutritional products are perfectly fine. I mean, we watch our diet, we watch what we eat, what we drink. That's perfectly fine. And a lot of people are very conscious when they talk about health. They all talk about nutrition. Anything that you put inside your tummy, that's wellness to them. That's their health to them. But there's more beyond nutritional products. There's more beyond stem cell, because hormones, it's 1,000 times smaller than the regular or average size of a human cell. So if you think of hormones, for example, our thyroid hormones, the biggest strand and the smallest strand is like thousands smaller than the regular size of a human cell. Now, hormones have big effect on your growth and development. So I'm showing you some of the major or key player hormones that has big effect on your growth and development, especially for children. And number one on the list is your GH. We call it growth hormone, that is secreted by your pituitary gland at the bottom of your brain. Of course, your T4 from your thyroid glands, testosterone, the male hormone, and estrogen, the female hormone. That is why in America, GH hormonal therapy, or the replacement, this hormone-specific hormone replacement therapy is so expensive. If the father has not is not so tall and the mom is not so tall, so tendency children have the same height. So what the parents would do is they'll avail a synthetic injectable growth hormone therapy for the children to gain higher height, not to be like them. So here, that's in America. That's why GH is specific hormonal replacement therapy is $1 billion business in the United States. And if you're talking about growth and development, I'm not only talking about your height. I'm also talking about the growth of your skin, your hair, your nails, the tissues and cell in every organ and part of your body. They need to grow. And without GH, they won't be able to grow the way that we wanted it. Of course, hormone also have a big effect on your energy and metabolism. It's not all about diet. It's not all about food. So T3 and T4 from your thyroid glands have big effect on your weight gain or lose weight. Insulin, it's a major key playing hormone that stores your energy from the food that you eat into your cell. That way, they won't be released in your bloodstream that can be um, that can become your energy for the day. Leptin is your fullness hormone, and ghrelin is your hunger hormone. And ghrelin and leptin are two hormones that work hand in hand every time before you eat and during your manner of eating and after eating. So ghrelin is like your hunger hormone. So it from your tummy it sends signal to your brain. Remember, hormone is a communicator. So ghrelin will send signal to your brain that says that I'm hungry. Tummy is hungry. So you start eating anything that you like. And when you're full, leptin hormone comes out. It will tell your brain, I'm full. That's enough. Stop eating. However, there are times that your leptin and ghrelin hormones malfunction or deregulated if there's no good communication between these two hormones together with other hormones in your body. And one of those is the GH or your growth hormone that is secreted by your pituitary gland. Hormones also have a big effect on your sexual function and reproduction. Estrogen for female, testosterone for male. By the way, male men also have little amount of estrogen and women also have little amount of testosterone. Progesterone also plays a major role in sexual function and reproduction, especially for women on their regular menstrual cycle. FSH, LH, and GRH hormones, these hormones play a vital role in women and men's health in terms of reproduction. You can never have a baby if these three hormones will be deregulated or will be imbalanced. No matter how high your sperm count is, no matter how ready your egg cell is to accept sperm cells, they will not create a baby. If these three hormones, FSH, LH, and GnRH hormones, will not be balanced. So these hormones play major role for couples, especially married couples. And of course, hormones have big effect on your mood and focus. Serotonin is your happiness hormone or happy hormone. Dopamine is your reward hormone. That's why you feel the pleasure, okay? The excitement. It's all about and satisfaction. It's because of your dopamine hormone. GABA or the gamma amino butyric acid is your calmness hormone. If you feel this sense of peace inside you or in your brain, that's the function of the GABA hormone. Norepinephrine hormone is your alert hormone. If you have to finish something, if you feel you're cramming, if you feel like the sense of urgency, that is because of this hormone. Cortisol is your stress hormone. That's that what you feel upon waking up early morning until the end of the day. Endorphins is it's your pain reliever hormone. Endorphins is a very, very important hormone in our bloodstream because if we are being relieved from pains through endorphins, we feel happier. So our mood and focus are actually controlled by the six major hormones in our body. Hormones also have big effect on your sleep-wake cycle. Your melatonin. Melatonin start producing as soon as the sun sets. Yes, this hormone melatonin could detect if darkness starts creeping up in your area, even though you're up. So they are started releasing in your bloodstream. Cortisol, on the other hand, is your stress hormone that starts decreasing during the time that your melatonin is increasing. Adenosine is working 24/7. Adenosine hormone is the one that regulates your sleep and wake cycle. So basically, adenosine is being increased while you're up, while you're awake, and the longer time. Remember, we only have like average of 8 sleeping hours. And during your wake hours, which is longer compared to your sleeping hours, adenosine starts adding up into your bloodstream until starting like 6 p.m. onward. And once you are asleep, that's the time that when you are feeling sleepy and you start yawning, that is because of your adenosine hormone. And when you're sleeping, adenosine started moving back. So it started decreasing during your sleeping hours. And when you're up, that's when the increase of cortisol is. That's how important. Imagine all these things are being controlled by our hormones, our sleep and wake cycle. As I always say, sleeping hours are very, very important because during sleep, especially a deep sleep, I'm talking about the alpha level of sleep or the REM, the rapid eye movement sleep. It's the time when your body is started healing by itself. And if during sleep, it heals almost everything in our body, including your trauma, your pain, your anxiety, your inflammation, all types of pains. They are being rejuvenated. They are being healed during your average of 8 hour deep sleep. That means sleep is so important because it's the natural way of the body to recover from all pains, for the body to recover from all trauma, from all inflammation, from all diseases and sickness that we feel during that long day that we are awake. So hormones are these three hormones play a major role in our day-to-day life. Also, your hormones have big effect on your stress response, especially when you're working, you're exercising, or you're moving too much, or if your brain needs to work strenuously during the day. So your cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine are hormones that work inside your brain, in your bloodstream, and you need those to stay focused, to stay alert, to stay responsive, to move very, very fast. I mean, if you don't have these three hormones during stress response, you will feel sluggish. You will feel weak. You will feel unexcited about the things that you do during your waking hours. So let me do a little recap. Again, your hormones have big effect on your growth and development, on your energy and metabolism, on your sexual function and reproduction, on your mood and focus, on your sleep-wake cycle, and lastly, on your stress response. And other activities of the body, they are just minor. So these are the major roles of hormones in your body, and they have big effect. So the big effect that I'm talking about, either good one or bad one. So when they are mismanaged, when they are unregulated, when they are imbalanced. So it's very important that all these hormones are balanced, regulated, and managed very well. And there are more hormones in our body that we need to take care of. I mentioned earlier, there are about 50 of those. And the number one hormone that we are talking about among the list of this 50 hormone is your GH hormone or your growth hormone. That is why it's called the master hormone. Yes, GH is the boss, 老板, of all the hormones. And GH communicates with all the hormones in your body. Remember, GH, the word itself, is growth hormone. That means it affects the growth of your bone, the reproduction of your blood, the growth of your skin, hair, and nail. Even the very cells and tissues of your organ, maturation of your organ, it's all controlled by your GH. GH communicates to all these hormones that I mentioned earlier. Even the reproduction of sperm cell, that is also with the command of the GH hormone. It's not only because of testosterone. So GH communicates with your testosterone. If you want the energy, the calories from your food to be stored on your cell, growth hormone communicates with insulin that is secreted by your adrenal glands. If you want to sleep well, to have a very deep sleep, your growth hormone communicates with your melatonin that is secreted by your pineal gland on your forehead so you can have a deep sleep. So basically, growth hormone, since as a boss hormone, as a master hormone, it communicates to all hormones in your body. And without proper communication with the GH, imbalance happens. Imbalance started happening. So same thing, we start aging if GH hormone is imbalanced. That is why we are into, that is why that's why little children, you know, they have so much GH in their body. 20 years old, around 20 to 25 years old, that's the start of the decline of the production of our GH coming from our pituitary gland at the bottom of our brain. And when you reach 40, oh man, your GH production would only be like at 20%. And when you reach 50, your GH or your somatotropin will be dissipated. Dissipated means not gone, but dormant. They start sleeping, sluggishly producing GH. And if you notice, as you get older, you always compare yourself to your younger years, right? On your younger years, you are stronger. You are more flexible. You are more unstoppable. You're like a Superman or a Superwoman in your younger years. Why? Because you have so much GH or growth hormone in your body. But as you get older, that's you started feeling the aging process. Your skin started, you know, sagging. Your energy started losing. You started gaining weight. Remember the leptin and the ghrelin hormones? They started malfunctioning. No more hunger hormones, no more fullness hormones, right? Your sugar levels started spiking at the wrong time or started going down at the wrong time. Hormonal imbalances started happening and we start experiencing as we get older. So what would happen then? We started feeling all kinds of sickness and diseases, from diabetes, osteoarthritis, even neurological illnesses and disorders, stress, anxiety, mental disorder, even our mental health started suffering when you start losing the right production of GH in your bloodstream. That is why GH, hormonal replacement therapy, is a big business in first world countries, specifically in the US and in Europe. GH therapy is so important that when you have this shot, well, that will cost you around 1,000 to 5,000 US dollar per shot per month. and it needs a doctor's assistant to check the level of your GH in your bloodstream before you get a shot. Even kids can get a GH shot when there's a problem in their bone growth or muscle growth or in their height. Older men and women will have GH shot. Why? Because if you have GH shot, you have balanced insulin, you have balanced sleep, you have better skin, you have happier mood. So much benefit coming from a GH therapy. And take note, this multi-billion-dollar GH industry is synthetic. If I say synthetic, artificial, it's just copying the natural growth hormone secreted under your brain. You call that somatotropin. And the analog or the synthetic version, you call it somatropin. And somatropin, when you are injected by this, of course, it has side effects. I want to call it bad side effects because there are also good side effects. Bad side effects, for example, your cancer, type 2 diabetes, carpal tunnel syndrome. For men, getting a shot of artificial GH, your breasts will even grow. These are side effects of having synthetic GH. But, we want to get well. We want to feel good. We want to get healed and recover from all kinds of sickness and diseases. That's why Americans or even the first world countries get an artificial GH or HGH shot. The very photo of the HGH vial that you see, that is #1 in the US right now. That is why in the ingenious of our CEO, master herbalist and master formulator Alexei Goldstein came up with an idea. After 600 formulation of products in the market, can I create one product that is on your skin, transdermal, non-injectable, meaning non-invasive, affordable, and easy to use with less or no side effects? And Alexei Goldstein, was able to come up with one product. We call it Somaderm. So now Somaderm is the world's only, no other in the market, non-invasive, meaning non-injectable, nothing to put inside your mouth. Transdermal, it means through your skin. This product, you just have to pump it and then rub it on your skin until it dries. Nanotech, because we use a special technology, we call it Somatech. So Somatech is like the DNA of New You Life. It's the proprietary technology of New You Life, Somatech. And Somatech technology, we apply this in all our 10 products in New You Life, specifically Somaderm. That's why it's a nanotech gel. It's not in a form of cream. So Alexei Goldstein thought of a gel, not of a cream, because gel is perfect for all weather, for all 4 seasons. But cream is very limited to a certain season of the year, because gel, especially if your country is a very high humidity like the Philippines, it's very humid in the Philippines. So creams don't normally work in a very humid country like the Philippines. That's why Alexei thought of a gel to help increase your natural growth hormone without spending on expensive, not 5,000, not 1,000, not even $500 synthetic and painful hormonal therapies. And when we manufactured Somaderm, this through Cygenex company, this underwent GMP or good manufacturing manufacturing processes. It's FDA registered. Every process, every formulation of the Somaderm is recorded and submitted to FDA. It's paraben free, meaning this chemical, this preservative is very harmful to our health. We don't have that. It's SLS free. That means those chemicals that you see on your cosmetics, on your toothpaste or soap, we don't have that in Somaderm. So it's chemical free. It's 100% natural. Now, this is how it works. Once you pump the Somaderm on your skin, especially on parts that are veiny, very thin, and it has pulses on your underarm, forearms, wrists, and behind your knees. When you apply Somaderm, at least 2 pumps for healthy bodies, for healthy people, at least 2 pumps. What I do is that I don't pump twice immediately. I pump it first on my wrist and then rub it on my skin until it dries. Don't leave it wet, please, until it dries. And then I pump the second one. And then I rub it again, or I distribute it on my elbow pits or my forearms, and then rub it until it dries. But for those people with underlying serious health condition like diabetes, Parkinson's, Bell's palsy, or they are suffering from neuropsychological illnesses, or they are suffering from even autoimmune diseases like lupus, please do give them 4 pumps. 4 pumps. It will only take a minute for the gel to dry on each pump. I already recorded it. I already timed it myself, how fast the gel dries or how fast the gel is absorbed by your 7-layered skin in just 1 minute. Okay, that's 90+% absorption rate on those key points or on those skin points that I mentioned earlier. If you're gonna ask me, Randy, can I apply Somaderm on my balding scalp? Yes, you can. Can I apply it on my lower leg with varicosity? Yes, you can. Randy, can I apply it on my breast? I can feel some cysts or tumors on it. Yes, you can. So you can also apply the Somaderm. However, I cannot guarantee you 90% or over absorption rate on those areas of your body. Yes, so 2 pumps in the morning and before bedtime. So you do the 2 for healthy body, you do 2 pumps in the morning and 2 pumps before bedtime. And the best time to use Somaderm after warm shower because your skin pores are open and can readily absorb the best gel on earth called Somaderm. And you only use Somaderm 5 days on and 2 days off. Why, Randy? Why only 5 days? If Somaderm is effective, why not use it every day? Okay, let me explain why there's 2 days off. It's very important. Remember, we have our natural growth hormone secreted by our pituitary gland at the lower part of your brain. We want that gland to produce the natural GH even without the help of Somaderm. Meaning, we want to exercise our pituitary gland with a switch and on function of hypothalamus to make sure that it naturally produces GH without the help of any form of agent. That is why we have the 2 days off. We don't use Somaderm for 2 days, but you can use that for 5 consecutive days, morning and evening. All right. So this is how it works. So once you apply it on your skin, it goes through your bloodstream, could be vein or capillaries. It hits your lower gland, the lower part of your brain, and this little gland called pituitary is just like half size of the head of your pinky finger. This is so powerful. We call this your master gland. Remember, you have out of 50 hormones, you have the boss hormones, which is your GH. We also have a master gland or a boss gland. We call it pituitary gland. Why? Because pituitary gland controls almost every part of your body, your muscle, your skin, your ovary for women, testes for men, your thyroid hormones, your breast for women, your kidney, almost all organs of your body, even your bones and adrenal glands, meaning your pituitary gland communicates with all other parts of your body through hormonal communication. I mentioned earlier that hormones are chemical communicator. So the pituitary gland communicates to all part of your body to be balanced through its messenger. We call it GH hormones. So it's very important that you must have enough sufficient GH in your bloodstream 24/7. How much GH that we need? For men, at least 0.15 milligram. For women, they need a little more, especially for mothers, around 0.3 milligram per day. That's the uh, amount of GH that we need on our body for us to grow our hair better, to have a better skin, to have a better sleep or deeper sleep, to have healthier heart, healthier kidney, healthier liver, stronger bones and muscle. That's the only amount of GH that you need per day. For men, 0.15 minimum milligram. For women, 0.3 milligram minimum for women. All right? Now, what's inside our Somaderm product? It has 8 super herbs. If I'm talking about super herbs, there is term what we call superfood. There's also what we call super herbs. So Alex Goldstein, our master formulator of Somaderm, has already an experience, years of experience, hundreds of formulation, and he thought of these are the herbs perfectly formulated just for your hormonal health, nothing else. If you're going to be looking for other herbs, I'm so sorry, that could not be for your hormones. That could be from something else, but not for your hormones. So first, Mucuna pruriens, or the velvet beans. This ingredient is perfectly for male health. Activates sexual behavior, improves mood for male fertility, treats nervous disorder. Chastity tree fruit. This ingredient is for female health. Normalizes hormone linked to menstruation and menopause, stimulates progesterone. See? Wild yam root, this ingredient is for our blood, especially after eating, the nutrients that you put into our blood. So this ingredient is perfect for those people having problem with diabetes. Wild yam root produces steroids to replace estrogen therapy and progesterone creams, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and sugar regulating properties. The fourth ingredient is green tea. Reduces fatigue, supports healthy metabolism, boosts heart and liver health. Take note, this ingredient is perfect for your weight health, weight management. The fifth ingredient is Epimedium. This ingredient is for our seniors. Why? Because it supports healthy joints and bone density, decreases mental and physical fatigue, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. This is perfect for our seniors because they concern more about their brittle bone, their weakening muscles, their tendons, their ligaments. So epimedium, that's why our Somaderm is brownish in color because of epimedium ingredient. The next one is ginkgo biloba. It's a powerful antioxidant neutralizing free radical. It treats mental and sexual dysfunction. Okay, this ingredient is focused on cancer cells. Remember, all of us, no exception, including you and me, we all have cancer cells, but it's for healthy people, it's inactive. Now, free radicals, if you're talking about free radicals, this is cancer-causing activity, maybe inside and outside of our body. Free radicals coming from the nature, if you're coming from the environment, from the food that we eat, all right, from our exposure, from our lifestyle. So what ginkgo biloba ingredient does, it's neutralizing the free radicals that we put in or we are exposed to. The next one is the licorice root. It supports liver and digestive health as well as endocrine and immune system function. So this ingredient is perfect for your immune system. Remember that your immune system is your first defense of your body against all kinds of sickness and diseases. And your immune system is not only inside your body, it's actually 1 to 3 inches away from your skin. That is your very energy that is burning. Some people call it aura, some people call it bioenergetic field, but that's actually your energy. Remember, our body is a condensed form of energy and it's heating up, it's burning. So it's like 1 to 3 inches away from your skin. That is actually your first protection against all viruses that can cause sickness and diseases. So licorice root is a perfect ingredient to boost that energy, to boost that heat, to boost that immune system outside your skin. And last but not the least is aloe vera. Aloe vera is an ingredient for your skin health. Why? It's antioxidant, antibacterial. It has healing and soothing properties. That is why Alexi chose gel in coming from aloe vera. So you have 8 powerful super herbs inside this bottle called Somaderm. Again, you have the Mucuna pruriens for the male health. You have the chastity fruit for the female health. You have the wild yam root for your blood, green tea ingredients for your weight management. You have the epimedium for our seniors' health, ginkgo biloba for your cancer-free lifestyle, licorice root for your immune system, and aloe vera for your skin protection or skin health. That's a perfect 8 powerful combination all in one in your Somaderm bottle. That is why thousands of doctors and health practitioners every year convening in California to share all the testimonials, the good things that Somaderm gives to our body. And they share, this doctor, they don't only sell and share the goodness, but they convene, they talk more about this very big industry. Well, when you're offering Somaderm, by the way, when you are offering Somaderm, you're not only offering or you're not only sharing a product, you are sharing and offering a brand new industry in the market, and that is hormonal industry. But the safest way, that is why this is very unique. This is the only one that is transdermal hormonal product available in the market that is so affordable, that is so easy, and it has high 90% and above absorption rate in your body. That's how beautiful our Somaderm product is. That's why doctors like Dr. Kevin would appreciate that this Somaderm is the only product gel that is specialized for your GH growth or growth hormone production on a day-to-day basis. So with Dr. Leda Harris, she appreciated our CEO Alex Goldstein that they included this velvet beans or remember the male health ingredient in our Somaderm product. And for those people with underlying serious health condition, we have a 6-month program that you can follow as you use Somaderm. So on a month-to-month basis, if you use it twice a day, morning and before bedtime, 5 days on, 2 days off, you're going to experience this average benefits. On your first month, there'll be an increased energy or boosted energy in your body. You have a better and deeper sleep and reduce anxiety. It's all about the balanced mood that you have. So this is the first set of benefits, but you can have more. But based on clinical trials for those doctors I mentioned earlier, these are the top 3 benefits that they feel upon using Somaderm on their first month. Regular usage on their first month. And on the second month, they feel stronger hair and nails, faster metabolism, easier time to losing weight, better muscle tone, increased sex drive for married couple, and smoother and younger looking skin on the second month of using Somaderm. And there are more benefits on the third, fourth, fifth, and 6th month of using Somaderm. That is why we suggest that you get the package. When you buy Somaderm product, get the 8+1 package online, and that's perfect for those people, again, with underlying serious health condition. That way they can get a lot of discount from getting our Somaderm product. To end this with quotation from a famous American biochemist and wellness guru in the United States by the name of Dr. Barry Sears. He said that to control your hormones is to control your life. I think everyone agrees with Dr. Barry Sears. He's a famous American writer and biochemist. He said that he to control your hormones. So it's very important that we control our hormones. You don't just produce hormones. You don't just overproduce or underproduce hormones. They must be controlled. They must be regulated. They must be managed. That way you can control your life. You can control your happiness, your wellness, your optimum health. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something today. Back to you, Nam.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Randy, with the amazing training, right? Uh, that is amazing for me personally. This is amazing and a heartfelt sharing. I think we can really feel the passion and the belief in what we hear from Randy and also from New You Life. So now we heard about the company, the visions, and our incredible products, the one and only, the first and the only one um, around the world. So let's move to the next part, how we can turn this opportunity into the real success. And for that, I would love to invite someone who truly embodies the leadership, the success, and the big support for everybody. And for me, I've been singing that for more than 6 years. I would love to introduce and invite Sir Victor to give us the closing of today. It is my honor to introduce our master diamond builder, Victor Tjok, and he is one of our diamond ambassadors, the U Life Diamond Ambassador. And not only that, he helps so many people just like you and me to also become diamond ambassadors. And many of them become the high income earners with New You Life. So he's been helping thousands and thousands people around the world to not just achieve the health, but also financial success and the time freedom. So tonight he will share with you the strategies on how to grow your business. Let's say today is your day one, what you should do, and how you should create the duplicatable system for your own success. So please help me welcome Victor Tjok. Hi, Victor.
And then can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So anyway, thank you for again. It's my honor. I was pretty impressed when I hear about how Randy talk about the product. I mean, I have not heard anybody done such amazing job explaining how the product work in and all the product ingredient in the way that anybody can. So this is amazing. This is awesome. So Randy did a good job. So the second thing I really again, I mean, I was just one of you. My gosh, almost 7 years ago, and being part of New Life, looking New Life as one of the one and basic and the only actually company that I believe that bring up such a good value. So when I look at a New Life 6.5 years ago, I look at it as more like, okay, this company have a good product, so it should be pretty simple. When you have a good product, the product would basically sell by itself. You don't need to really promote the product. The product will promote by itself. So all you have to do is just to sharing the product, sharing and sharing. And then when I look at the company, it's a U.S. company, and one and the only owner, Alexi Goldstein. And for me personally, when you partner with the right company like New Life, and U.S. company, a young company, and the owner is American guy that have one and only and care about the product, and they bring to the next thing is a unique product, a product that everybody need. Nobody actually have touched hormones. We are the only company that actually touch hormones. And then when I start looking at the marketing plan, I was also very impressed how nobody would ever pay such a simple and generous marketing plan. Means basically when we partner with New Life, well, we sign a contract with New Life. We think that New Life, we agree there will be a 50-50 split. So 50% of the sales go to the company, and 50% of the sales, well, if you remember, 50% of sales go to the company have to use the money to cover to cover for the product, right? To cover for the shipping, to cover for the staff, to cover for all the marketing stuff. There's lots of expenses for the company, and for us, we were lucky. We got 50%, but majority of them is basically is a profit for all of us. So when New Life hit $1 billion in 6 years, guess what? How much money went to all of us? More than $500 million went to the payout to us, right? So what it means is that it's very generous. I mean, I would rather to be in the field side than at the corporate side. You understand? Because the corporate they have to put out so much capital. They're gonna have to put out so much headache and develop the market. And I come in, all I do is just build organization, and I start sharing. So 6.5 years ago, I decided to join New Life. My first thing in my mind was not to become I wasn't even looking to become a diamond, right? Diamond is too simple for me. Diamond would be something, if you put 100% of your time and put all in just to get to diamond, it's too easy. It's too simple. So what I wanted is basically at the moment, how can I be the biggest, how can I capture the majority share of the sales, majority share of the product, majority share of the payout, right? So that's how in my mind. So that's how I look at New Life. I never think New Life is another. I never think New Life is for me, it's a network marketing. For me, it's a business, right? I never look like New Life, oh, I want to be New Life so I can make a few $100 or a few $1,000. No, I want to say, hey, New Life, you guys are product, you guys need a partner. Who's going to be your marketing partner? It's all of us. So today, if you hear about what Randy shared about the product, I mean, you should be very fortunate because that's how I come into New Life. I decided to join New Life. Mainly, it's the first thing is the product. Because I know a good product is very important. When you have a good product sell by itself. I don't have to do anything. I told all my distributor that I have, over 200,000 people, I say, your job is not to sell the product. Your job is to share and share and share. Don't try to, first of all, you have to use the product yourself, right? To basically, to be able to share the product, you have to use the product. It's very difficult for you to sell a car that you never drive the car. It's very hard for you to sell a product that you never use it yourself. It's no such thing. You have to be the product of the product. So for all of you, I can say, this is amazing. So you're here tonight. I know the time is pretty much running out, but if you're tonight, I want you to be open-minded like me. I want you to think about New Life is not another company, but New Life is your partner. The day you join New Life, you just signed a 50-50 partnership with New Life. I never think about who sponsor me, who bringing me. No. Everything is about me and down. Everything starts from me. Today, if you're here today, I applaud you. I think you did a good job. You take the first step to be part of us. The second thing what you need to do is figure how, if you're a CEO of the marketing plan, CEO of the marketing division of New Year Life, what would you do? Just sit down and give yourself for like 5 to 10 minutes. Think about if today all of you are CEO of the marketing division of New Year Life, what would you do? What would you do to develop your business? Everything starts from you, right? So first thing what you need to do is basically go back to the basic. The very basic is what? Sit down and understand the company more detail. Who is your partner? Understand your partner. Your partner is New Life. Who is New Life? Second thing, try to get more familiar about the product. That you are marketing a product that you better be good at it. You better have lots of knowledge, like almost like Randy. You better know you better invest the time to understand the product because you're marketing the product. How can you market a product when you're not even the expert, right? You have to be the expert of the product. So the third thing you need to do is a strategy. So in this business here, the good news is that you don't have to do it by yourself. Most of the retail business, you have to buy a franchise from. You can buy a Starbucks franchise, right? You can buy any franchise. I have a friend in LA that bought a Vietnamese sandwich franchise, and they spent almost $500,000. But again, the husband and wife works like crazy, like hell, like longest hours, 7 days a week. I mean, they were in the business by itself. So there is one thing to look at it. So, but in New Life, boy, you need to put $500,000 to own a franchise of New Life, to partner with New Life. Now, so you don't need to do it by yourself. As soon as you partner New Life, New Life give you the right to go out and also sponsor more franchise, more people. They allow you to sponsor as many people that you do, and New Life build a system for you. You don't need to pay them. The system will pay them by itself. So tonight, I'm glad that you're here. So first thing you need to do is, since you're on board, the second thing is master the company, master the product, master the marketing plan, and come with a plan that what you're going to do. I was doing a training about, I think it was earlier this week, to a group of Chinese leaders. I told them this very simple. First of all, you decide what you're going to be 90 days from now. If you want to be a coach, you know how much volume you need. You need 10,000 left, 10,000 right. Simple, right? And how much a coach make? Average coach level made, right, is about $500 a week, right? Which is 2,000 US dollar. Maybe this is good enough for Philippines or for any other Asia country, but 10,000 is, you know, that to be a coach, you need to have 10,000, right? 10,000 QV left, 10,000 QV right. What you need to do is that we are rolling 5 weeks. What you need to do is that you take the 10,000 divided by 5 weeks. So what it means is every week, you and your team on the left, and you and your team on the right, just need to bring in 2,000 points a week. 2,000 a week. And in 5 weeks, you hit the coach level. What coach level means what? Means your average income is about 2,000 a month, US dollar. So maybe you say, well, I want to be a life coach. Simple enough, fair enough. The next time after you hit the coach first, then the next thing say, okay, I hit the coach, what's next? The next is a life coach. And you all know the life coach need 20,000 on the left and 20,000 on the right. Okay, 20,000, but it takes, the company say you can hit 20,000 in 5 weeks. So I'm an engineer, right? So I take the 20,000, I divide it by 5, means that me and my team, my entire team on my left, and me and my whole entire team on my right, just need to generate 4,000 points or QV a week. In 5 weeks, I hit the life coach. What life coach means to all of you is that you are making average income about 6 to 7,000 a week, a month. 6 to 7,000 a month is a lot of money for us in the Asian, okay, in Asia market, even the US is a lot of money, right? And then after they say, well, I want to go to hit the ambassador level. Ambassador means what? Means that you have to have 50,000 left, 50,000 right in 5 weeks. So you just have to take the number divided by 5 weeks, all right? you know that you and your team need to bring in, if a coach of 2,000, life coach 4,000 a week, and then you divide the number of people in your team who's going to be playing with you, right? Say your team have 5 people that are running with you. Boy, I mean, if you're going to do 2,000 a week, I mean, it's pretty easy, right? 2,000 a week means that you need to divide by 5 people. Everybody need to just bring in 400 point, right? So this is as simple as that. And then divide the number of hours a day, a number of day. How many means how many in a day that we have to bring in? Break it down from 5 weeks to 1 week to 1 day, and to how many people, and everybody decide how much they want to contribute. That's how you run. That's how you run to be coach. That's why I run to be a life coach. That's why I run to be ambassador. That's why I run to be a diamond. But some people was confused. So why should I run for my sponsor to be a coach? Why should my sponsor to be a life coach? Actually, when he or she run, I want to run too, because why? When he hit the coach, I'm basically executive promoter or executive coordinator, right? If he hit a life coach, no, most likely if I run together, I'm a coach, right? And maybe I'm good, I may be equal level, I may be a life coach as well. So this is what I'm saying, is that we all just have to follow the system. So anyway, tonight you're here. I'm not going to say too much. I just want to congratulate all of you, and thanks for taking the time. And we have this weekly just for you. So make sure you invite more people. Invite your entire organization, entire team, entire leadership. Come and join us, okay? And for some of you if you're in Thailand, I'm gonna be there. I'm flying out this next week, right? I should be in Thailand on the 30th, and also gonna be in Philippines on December. No, November 3rd. November 3rd, I'll be in Philippines as well. So I'll see you all. Thank you, Nam. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Victor. That's an amazing sharing. Thank you. Also, this is I've been seeing this. Whatever Victor just say, I've been seeing this for so many years. We've been touching so many people life, and to help them to either be healthier and become success with New You Life. Because New You Life is really differences. We never say New You Life is better than any opportunities out there, but we really differences. And one of the first thing that we are different is because of the products that you just listen to our Professor Randy, and it's opportunity that you just listen to Victor's is the marketing plan is so simple that even an ordinary a zero experience like me can also be kind of like have a little success with the company. So also thank you, Victor, for the reminding. We have this Zoom every week, and this is just the beginning. Okay, we continue to have amazing Zoom session like this every Friday, 6 no I mean I'm sorry 7 p.m. California time, and this is gonna be like Saturday 9 a.m. Vietnam Thailand time, and 10 p.m. Philippines time. And we're gonna have the top leaders, the inspiring story and success training from around the world, from the real persons that been there and done that, to share with you their story. So make sure you invite your team and the guest next week, because each week we're gonna bring you the new story, new inspiration, and a new breakthrough, which is gonna boost your business to the next level for sure. Not only that, I have another announcement for this week. Next week is gonna be on October 27 at 7 a.m. California time, which is 10 p.m. Philippines time. We're gonna have the back office training with our New You Life account manager, Mr. Steve Osher. So if you are already joined, you want to know more about your basic information about how to navigate through your back office, please welcome to join, and also share with your team to join again, the day is going to be Monday, October 27, 7 a.m. California time, which is 10 p.m. Philippines time. And we're going to send you the invitation shortly. Okay. That's being said, thank you so much. Let's keep this momentum together. Let's go together and let's win together. Thank you so much. See you next Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Sir Nam, Sir Victor. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Uncle Winston, for attending.